It's December 11th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today we have the final footprints on the moon, a revolutionary who refused to die, and a stolen masterpiece that shocked the world. Let's begin. On December 11th, 1972, Apollo 17 touched down on the moon, marking what would become humanity's final footsteps on the moon. Commander Glenn Cernan and geologist Jack Schmitt stepped out onto the landscape untouched for billions of years. As they worked, their voices echoed through the radio, the only sound in a place where sound cannot exist. They collected samples, photographed strange rock formations, and left behind instruments meant to whisper secrets back to Earth. But as the hours passed, the chilling thought set over the mission. This was the last time. The last time a human would look across the lunar horizon, the last time a human boots would press into the gray powder-like dust, and the last time anyone would stand in the cold shadows of the world that seemed to be watching back. After Apollo 17 returned home, something changed. Budget shifts, missions were simply cancelled, and plans for lunar bases simply faded. Decades of technological progress came and went, yet no one had returned. Not a single astronaut had disturbed those footprints, still sitting there, perfectly preserved in their internal silence. So, I wonder if we have the ability to go back. Why truly haven't we? On December 11th, 1964, the United Nations was a sanctuary, quiet, controlled, and predictable. But that day, as Che Guevara rose to speak before the assembly, the air felt charged. Outside, across the East River in Queens, a small group of anti-Castro exiles prepared a weapon designed for battlefield, not a city street. At 4:15, they shouldered a 3.5-inch bazooka aimed directly at the glass facade of the UN building and fired. Witnesses later said the rocket screamed over the water like a metallic howl. But something, the timing mechanism, the angle, or fate, sent it off course. The projectile splashed into the river, exploding harmlessly 200 yards short of the assembly. Inside the chamber, the blast echoed through the hall. Delegates froze, and the world held still. And Che? He paused, blinked, then calmly continued his speech. He later joked that the explosion had given the whole thing more flavor. But the eeriness didn't end there. At that same moment, a woman named Molly Gonzalez pushed her way towards the UN entrance, gripping a 7-inch hunting knife, telling officers she was there to kill him. She was stopped seconds before reaching the door, and when he was informed of the struggle, he said, "It's better to be killed by a woman with a knife than a man with a gun." 2 attempts, 2 failures. The UN called it one of the wildest days in history, and for decades afterwards, their solution was to keep the drapes shut, to shield the delegates from whatever might be coming through the glass next. On December 11th, 1913, a secret finally surfaced, one that had haunted the Louvre for more than 2 years. The Mona Lisa had vanished without a trace in 1911, taken so cleanly, so quietly that investigators initially thought it had been misplaced. The thief was not a master criminal. Vincenzo Peruggia, who hid it in a supply closet overnight, waited for the museum to empty, and walked out the front door with the Mona Lisa tucked beneath his coat. For 2 years, the painting was gone. Nations accused one another, conspiracy theories spiraled, and some even wondered if the museum itself was hiding it. Then, in Florence, an Italian art dealer named Alfred Geri received a mysterious offer, a man claiming to possess the real Mona Lisa. When he opened the package, the brushstrokes, the cracking varnish, it was her. It was the real thing. Authorities were notified, and Peruggia was quietly arrested, though many in Italy hailed him not as a criminal, but as a misguided patriot trying to bring the lady home. The Mona Lisa toured Italy briefly, drawing massive crowds before returning to Paris in 1914. Even after its recovery, one question lingers. If a single man could steal the Mona Lisa so simply, what else has vanished without us ever noticing? Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.